Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're tackling the Owala Free Sip Tumbler. Lots of buzz online. Our mission, pretty simple actually. We want to cut through that hype and figure out if this thing is genuinely worth your money or if it's just, well, cleverly marketed.
Yeah, there's definitely hype. And it seems like almost all of it circles back to one specific feature, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That lid, the whole sipper swig thing.
Hmm.
Is it really that revolutionary? I mean, it's a straw and a spout, right?
Well, the sources we looked at argue it is pretty unique in how it's integrated. You get both a built-in straw and a regular spout in one single lid mechanism. So the idea is you don't have to unscrew anything just for a quick drink. It's built for, speed and ease.
Okay, ease.
Yeah.
But it's also pretty big. These things come in some serious sizes, 24, 32, even 40 ounces. And they've got that very noticeable tall handle. We found the 40-ounce one. It weighs almost a pound and a half empty.
Wow, yeah. And that size isn't just for show, is it? Some users mention that while the handle helps, the bottle itself can feel, well, bulky, especially for smaller hands. So the handle becomes less of a nice extra and more necessary.
Exactly. But let's talk about why people do like it, the functional side. A big plus is that lid. It covers the mouthpiece completely. So fewer spills, which is always good. And that dual drinking thing really does make it quick.
Right. We saw this great little anecdote from a desk worker basically saying they could just have it sitting there and grab a sip super easily every few minutes without, interrupting their flow. Hands-free hydration.
Convenience.
Okay, so that's the good stuff. But our sources also flag some pretty significant downsides. Three main ones popped up again and again. Let's start with maybe the most surprising one. The insulation.
Yeah, this was a biggie. Owala markets it as insulated, obviously, but a lot of users were, frankly, disappointed with the ice retention. We saw one comment, I think it was on Reddit, someone saying, "My free sip can barely keep ice for a few hours," which is not great.
Definitely not great, especially when you think about competitors. I mean, keeping ice all day is almost the baseline expectation now for these kinds of tumblers, isn't it? So failing there kind of positions it more as like a stylish option rather than a performance powerhouse for keeping things truly cold.
Precisely. Okay, red flag number 2, what you can actually put in it. There are some important restrictions. The manufacturer is really clear. These are not meant for hot liquids or carbonated drinks.
Whoa, okay. That's crucial because you see this big tumbler, you might think, great for my morning coffee or maybe a fizzy drink later, but that could be risky.
Potentially, yeah.
Huh.
It seems to tie back to that special lid again. The way it seals and functions, heat or carbonation can build up pressure inside. And the risk, according to one user, is that hot liquid could actually spray out when you go to take a sip. That's
Yeah.
not ideal. Definitely a deal breaker for some.
Yikes. Okay, definitely not for hot coffee then. And the third issue comes back to the design, specifically that handle.
Right. The handle that makes it easy to hold also adds bulk. We saw a tester point out that the bottle is just large overall, and the handle itself, it almost always butts into the sides of water bottle pockets on backpacks or bags. So it might not fit everywhere you want it to. Limits portability.
Okay, so let's pull this all together for you listening. What's the final verdict? It seems like it's a smart buy if you really value that unique lid, the quick sip swig access, you want something stylish, oversized, mainly for cold or room temp drinks, and you're okay with the bulkiness.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But if your top priority is keeping ice frozen all day long, or if you need something for your hot tea or coffee, or you need it to slide easily into any bag pocket or cup holder,
Yeah.
then maybe this specific design, despite the cool lid, might feel a bit like overkill, or just not the right fit for those needs.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? About specialized design. Here's a final thought for you. When a product, like this tumbler, gets so heavily engineered around one specific novel feature, like the special lid or the giant handle, does that intense focus sometimes mean it has to compromise on the really basic functions, like just keeping water cold reliably or being easy to carry everywhere?
It's a great question. Does specialization sometimes get in the way of the fundamentals? Something to chew on next time you see a product with a lot of bells and whistles.